Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Freight Master Resources. My name is Tim. You may remember me as the man with a face meant only for radio. Okay. All right, I'll get that out of the way. Today, I wanted to talk about opening a sales call. Okay? Before I get into that, if you guys could hit that subscribe button for me, smash that bell notification so you get notified when I do these in the future, be greatly appreciated. Okay? All right, now that we got that out of the way. So, opening to a cold call. I wanted to talk about this because I have heard a lot of, I've got a list, and things just aren't going well. Maybe you're pounding out the 100 calls a day. You're just getting started. Maybe you don't have any sales background experience, right? So, being a freight broker or a freight agent, or maybe, you're working for a carrier and that's your job is sales, to go out and get direct customers, okay? So this applies to everybody. Okay? Your tonality has a lot to do with how that sales call is going to go. You literally have like 4 to 10 seconds to hook that prospect, or you just drove your sales call off a cliff, right? So what I mean by all of that is, don't get like overhyped, right? Don't be a jerk, hey, and be all clowny, but you need to be confident. You need to be sharp, and you need to be enthusiastic. Okay. So, when you sound good, your prospects will wake up and listen. All right. Now remember, as I've said in previous videos, your shipper prospects, they'll get 50 to 100 phone calls a day from brokers, carriers, salesmen, basically, every day. And it's what we do that differentiates ourselves from the rest of the pack that can be the difference between a yes and a no, right? So, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you might be the best at what you do, but if your tonality is not enthusiastic, then you just lost that prospect. All right? Because like I said, we've got 4 to 10 seconds to paint a mental image in our prospect's head. Otherwise, like I said, we just drove that sales call off a cliff. It's just, I lost my train of thought there for a moment. Sorry, I got too many things going on in my head. Just thinking about a load I have to check on. So basically, you want to come across like you care. Right? And obviously we do care. And so, when you get that prospect on the phone, it's, hey, so-and-so, this is Tim, how are you doing today? And, obviously, when they say, I'm good, you don't want to come off like Tony the frickin' Tiger or something, great! We just change the mood of everything, So think about your tonality, when you're going into a sales call, okay? It literally can mean the difference between a yes and a no, and the kind of prospects that you're going after, and I'll kind of probably touch base on some of that in a future video. I could literally probably go into almost any kind of monotone, anything, make 10 calls to 10 lumber companies and pick up all 10 customers. But that's not my target, right? Lumber loads are heavy, they're hard to move, they typically need to be tarped. They're just not easy loads to work with. guys, before I go any further, just kind of want to play a word from one of our sponsors, and then I'll be right back with you. All right?
Need to find loads and trucks fast? DAT connects carriers, brokers, and shippers with the most user-friendly load board and trucking. Subscribe for access to the most loads and trucks in the industry, the best freight rates, data, and more. Start finding loads and trucks today.
Okay, now that we got that over with. Guys, I'm going to probably wrap this up, but if you guys haven't been to Freight Broker Resources, join the Facebook group. Any of that, like I said, there's freight news on there. If you're still looking for shippers, guys, literally, we still have, due to the pandemic, we've got what, like 60% of the country still shut down, right? So that means a lot of our shippers and things like that. So it's very, very important that we get into cold calling, mastering our sales techniques, you know, and putting that into practice, because like I said, sales is a big part of what we do, right? It's not just moving freight, you know, moving loads. Sales is literally, you know, probably one of the most important things that we do, you know, as an agent or a broker or carrier sales. Okay, so guys, you know, like I said, I'm going to drop links for everything down below as always. The list is still just $35. You got literally like 121,000 plus leads. I try to keep all of that as updated as possible. Obviously, roles change. Some places are still closed, this and that. But with 121,000, and it's all broken down state by state, comes in a zip file. If you have any problems downloading the list, as always, I email a copy to everybody. Okay, as soon as I get that notification, I usually try to get to it as soon as possible. There might be like a 30-minute, an hour lag, you know what I mean, if I don't catch it right away. But I always try to get it to everybody as soon as possible. All right, I mean, unless you order it at like 2 a.m. or something like that, then you might have to wait till I get up in the morning. But anyway, there's a lot of other great resources on there, guys. If you're looking for freight agent, we've got a free classifieds. If you're looking for freight factoring, if you carriers, if you're looking for a TMS, load stop, load stop, load stop. Okay, great resource. It helps automate, you know, a lot of what you do as a dispatcher, a shipper, a carrier. You know, and they're getting ready to release the brokerage side. I don't have an ETA on it yet. It was supposed to have been released this spring, but obviously with the pandemic, it kind of put things on hold. So for that, but look forward to that. You guys, if you want to check it out, get a hold of me. Drop a comment down below. And before I forget, you guys may have noticed that I kind of updated the look of the video. Let me know what you guys think, if you like the old one better or you know, whatever. But I just thought this was kind of cool, so you know, I used it, and we'll go with it for a little bit, and unless you guys give me a lot of thumbs down or something. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. All right? And as always, be kind to one another.